Hi guys! Basically I wanted to do a quick update video on my adoption expenses. Before I had filmed it in April, which was before I had even met with the agency, before the fee reduction was figured out, and before I actually tried to cut costs. So I have a list of my old ones and my new ones. And I'm going to try to do it the same way as my other video where I went over the agency fees and legal fees first and then did the extras. And I'll keep a running total somewhere when I edit it. I don't know what the total is. Hopefully the difference will be pretty good. But anyway, the fee reduction, the Government of Canada states that if, because I make under $60,000 a year, my fees for the agency itself are reduced. So it's by a percentage, there's a whole calculation thing. So I wasn't really expecting it to be like anything, but as you'll see, it cut costs a lot. It only covers the agency fees. It doesn't matter about the legal fees or my flights or anything like that, but the agency fees in general are high, so therefore it helps to counteract the agency fees and hopefully cut my costs a lot. We'll see when I add it up at the end. But anyway, so I have my list of my old and my new and kind of just going to go along. So the application fee was originally $550 and I paid $330. The classes were supposed to be $1,100 and I paid $660. The home study originally was $2,100 and I paid $1,260. And then the rest are fees that I have not paid yet because I haven't hit that point. But once I'm approved, the pre-placement services fee is originally $400, but I will only be paying $240. The preparation or the placement services fees is $900 originally, and I'll be paying $540. The preparation of social and medical history, which will be due at the details meeting, originally is $500, and I will be paying $300. The birth parent counseling is originally $1,500 and I will be paying $900. The preparation of the order of adoption documents originally is $1,400 and I will be paying $840. The openness agreement originally is $200 and I will be paying $120. And then something I didn't mention in my old video, but I want to mention now, is if I don't have a placement by the time my year is up after approval, I have to do an update on my home study. So every year that I don't have a baby costs me money. Because of how my agency is working with me with my travel and stuff, they are so helpful. So basically we will be meeting every August when I'm in the city anyway and doing it then. But originally that was going to cost me, $300. And now I believe it is going to cost me like $90 something. It's ridiculously cheap compared to how I was going to have to pay. But anyway, the legal fee I estimated to be around $3,000. It's still going to stay around $3,000 because I can't. It's the lawyer. He can't really get a discount on that. If the birth father is listed as unknown, then it could cost as much as $4,000. So I'm going to up that estimate that I originally had at $3,000, up it to $4,000, just to show you like the maximum costs. So anyway, in my other category is basically cutting costs in one area. That's it. This is going to be maybe a little skewed because of the fact that I missed out on one key flight and one key hotel. But I'm going to go through what I planned on costing and what it actually costs for the things that I have done, and then my updated costs for my ways I've cut costs. You'll see. So anyway, my May flight when I went out for the application and the home classes was going to cost me $300 and it cost me $315. The hotel I thought was going to cost me $600 and it did. My flight out for my home study I thought would cost me $300, so round trip. What ended up happening was I did my first home study meeting when I was going back to Ontario for summer. So my employer actually paid for that, but it was $150 for the one way. and I guess technically 150 back up, but I'm not going to include either of those in my actual cost because it didn't cost me a single thing to fly out because my employer paid. For my hotel for the home study, I guesstimated it to be $600, again, the same as my classes, and it actually only cost me $273. But again, I'm not including this because my employer paid for my hotel in the end, just because the amount they give me ended up covering it. So that was not an expense. My flight up for the social worker for my home study, I estimated it to be $300, and it cost me $290. The parts that I forgot last time were the flight out for the details meeting and the hotel for the details meeting. So I'm going to include those in now as being $300 for the flight, $600 for the hotel. Might not need it. We were trying to work it out so that my details meeting will be basically like either by phone or at the nursing station here, or some way that it's not going to cost me that much, or have another social worker fly up here from the agency. But we're going to try to figure out a way so that I don't have to go to the city, because I can't pay for the birth mom to fly to the city. So we would have to arrange for a time when she's planning to go to the city anyway, and have me go out at the same time, and it's just so confusing. So we're going to try to do it in a way that we don't need all that stuff, because she does need certain counseling and stuff like that, but we're hoping to do it through the nursing station, and plus at the hospital once she's given birth and stuff, they can do stuff there. But we're hoping to skip that, but I will include the $300 and the $600 in the cost for the point of this video. Then I have my placement flight, so once I have a match and I go out for the placement, $150, that's staying the same. Where I'm trying to save the most money is the hotel. During that 21 days, which I'm going to round up to 30 because I plan on staying there like a couple days before the placement, possibly, at least a night, and then I'll be staying there a couple days post the 21 days. That time I will have, I have to be in the city. So my original cost was staying at a hotel was going to be around $3,500. I found some cool sites, thanks to some people online, where they basically have people that rent out rooms or rent out parts of their house or rent out apartments, like subleasing and stuff. So I found some on there that were really good, and on average I'm going to be able to get my cost down to $2,000. It might cost a little more, it might cost a little less, but I really like that idea better because of the fact that I'm not paying for a hotel. I'm not going to pay for pet fees for the hotel. It's just a little bit easier to deal with than trying to deal with a hotel. Some added costs that I didn't expect, but I found out at the classes and the original meeting and stuff, is I will have to, because I'll be living in Ontario for my maternity leave, I will have to fly a worker from here to there to do one more, it's like a meeting before finalization. So on average that's going to cost me about $600. Given the time of the year. We'll see what time of the year it is. I mean, they're pretty good with figuring out, like, to make it not cost me a fortune. And then I also have to pay for a hotel. So, because I don't want them staying with me. So a hotel for them, I'm estimating to be about $300, because I'm hoping it's only going to be like 1 or 2 nights, and because Ontario I find is a lot cheaper, and I'll be able to get a cheaper rate hopefully for them. So hopefully that won't cost me a fortune. I will drive them to and from the airport, so I don't have to worry about that or anything like that on my end. But I do have that as an additional expense that I didn't calculate in the first video because I didn't know I had to do that. I thought, oh, once I'm done my 21 days, I can go on my merry way and that's it. But no, they legally have to do a meetup after that 21 days. I don't know if there's a time distance that they have to do it. If not, I'm going to see if they will do it. Say 21 days is up. Maybe they can do it on day 30, right before I leave Winnipeg. I don't know if they have to do it like, say, 3 months down the road or 4 months down the road. Like, I don't know how far from placement to this other that they have to do it. But anyway, so this is the new cost of what I'm estimating it to cost. I had said in the other video that I was not going to get a loan. I did get a line of credit just because I was thinking if I got a placement quickly, I needed to get money. Fundraiser is going good. I'm doing a lot of extra work and just dumping it into that. If you haven't checked it out already, please check it out at youcaring.com/Michele_adoption. I'll put a link in the description box below. Please check it out. If you can't donate, please share it. It is $5 to sponsor a puzzle piece, and I am hoping to get $10,000, which will cover my legal fees and my agency fees. In my previous video, my legal fees and my agency fees were about $11,000, and I wanted to fundraise $10,000. So now with the adjustments, I know my legal and agency fees are less than $10,000, so it will cover my agency fees and my legal fees if I hit that, and then also help out with some of these extra miscellaneous costs that I wasn't expecting. But anyway, so I hope that helped give you guys kind of an update on how much that fee adjustment has helped, fee reduction, how much that has helped me, because it's insane how much this is going to cost me, but I know I'll be worth it in the end. I think it's going to happen pretty quickly. Like it's not going to take the 4 to 6 years that the agency would take me, and it won't take me 4 to 6 years for me to have time to save up, unfortunately. But I will be cutting costs as well once I hit the city and during my maternity leave, which I'm going to do a whole nother video on. But anyway, that's it for today, and thanks for watching. Bye.